Good afternoon, love, peace and blessings to you wherever you are. I'd like to discuss two topics this afternoon. One's on the negative effects of witchcraft, and the other's on basically how to release oneself when they feel like they're in a binded relationship, which kind of ties it. Now, I had a dream when I was in England. I had a dream, and it's funny because I've always traced forward throughout my life, and I'm starting to realize that now. Divination is a beautiful thing, you know, when you have memories. I had a dream, I remember, and ironically, after I had this dream, a lot of bad stuff started happening. We had flooding in the house, ruined all our stuff, a bunch of other stuff. But the dream was about, I don't know, I was laid down, and there was people over me chanting in a red robe with upside down A's in a circle on their hands. Upside down A's in a circle on their hand. Now I couldn't tell whether they were male or female. They just all had on red robes. And at the time I didn't know what it meant. I just started getting heavy into dropping music with political connotations in it and stuff like that. So anyway, flash forward to today. A lot of stuff's happened, but God is a beautiful God because you can backtrace if you have the memories to and know exactly how to interpret your own dreams. Now what that meant is that people were after possessions that I had as well, and it wasn't just one person, it was a load of hooded figures surrounded me in a circle. And then I woke up, and when I woke up it was freezing in the house. And then what I started noticing is there was mold growing in the corners, all types of stuff, which is kind of strange, very strange. Now, how it ties into the other topic is, you know, throughout my life I've had relationships with women, and luckily enough, I've abstained from jumping right back into another sexual relationship with another partner. Why I say luckily enough is your body needs time to cleanse. Your body needs time to cleanse. You need to totally be able to grieve, get that person out of your system, pray, strengthen back up your spiritual energy, and totally cleanse your spiritual energy before you can actually move on. If not, then a process happens where you're actually mixing the spirits of different people you sleep with, and then you're carrying those positive, negative energies with you. And if they're negative energies, they could end up like causing you a lot of grief, physically, mental ailments like migraines, loss of memories, a load of stuff. What's funny is, you know, there was a practice that evil men used to use called Virgo Vaso, and this practice was to basically, there's a couple ways you can do it, like you having sex, unwanted sex with a victim, A lot of like stars would do it, or even just rapists or stuff like that. They would rape women or whatever, and basically what that does is it causes a lot of internal conflict, because you have to, it makes you basically, it creates a second personality inside you, where the pain is so much of that you don't want to deal with it, to the point where you black out and your mind creates a totally different personality that lies dormant within you. It creates a space within your consciousness, and if not explored, that space in your consciousness will lie dormant and will take on its own traits, to where you'll have multiple personality disorders. Multiple personality disorders. And the way to cure that is to, funnily enough, be able to face your demons and remember what happened to you. You know, there's a lot of evil that goes on in this world unnoticed, and people need to pray and repent, yes, but then they need to abstain from getting themselves into the same positions, doing the same things again. How do they do that? Well, it starts by cleansing and healing your mind, your body, your soul. That means if you're doing something where you're in a rush too much, you've got to slow down for a while. If you need rest, you've got to take your rest. If you need, no matter what situation you're in, if you need time out, space out, you've got to, no matter how busy it is or no matter how hectic it might be, you've got to find that time and space in your head. You've got to block everything out to be able to get back to the source of who you are. And that all starts with an internal love, a self-love as well. You know, it's no good trying to love somebody if you can't truly love and understand yourself, because it will never work out. You know, and all of that cleansing will ultimately release you from any holds that bind you. Any holds that bind you, and you'll be able to reach for new heights. You'll be able to do new things. You'll be able to, without questioning who you are or feeling a certain way in life. You know, people try to bind people and throw bugs in their ears, or spiritually get at them when they're in weak times, or even just like have ulterior motives when they're with people and stuff like that. But that's why you've got to make sure that you're cleansed. You're cleansed. You've given yourself time to heal from your past relationship, time to basically properly move on. Because a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm ready to move on, I'll heal, I'm ready to move. Well, it's a process that takes time. I learned that the hard way in person a long time ago, and fortunately it was because I was in a situation where I used to play around and love to have sex with women and all of that type of stuff, but then I was doing stuff at the other time that put me into situations where I got sat down for a very long time away from society. Year and a half, where I had to cleanse, or half a year, where you just have to cleanse. Don't mean you can't be around people. No, you just like, I was around people, but my focus and thoughts wasn't on sexual intercourse. It was on cleansing. Even when I did feel like every hot-blooded human does, who's passionate and wanna, you know, make love to someone or feel the tender caress of a woman, you know, because I'm all about, you know, I'm a passionate someone myself. And when you're in that situation, you know, it teaches you how to control the urges forcefully by just making sure you have to focus on other things. But some people don't get that chance. They don't get that chance. So the best thing for them to do would be to ground themselves, isolate themselves. Isolate themselves and heal themselves. If you can't isolate yourself mentally, then isolate yourself physically. There's ways you can do it, and spiritually, where you can be in contact with people but not be in sexual contact with people, where you can be around temptation and not be thinking of it because you put your mind somewhere else. Or your heart somewhere else, or, you know, your physical being. You just put it out of reach until you're ready to be healed, because you'll know when you're healed. Everyone knows themselves in certain aspects, but then in certain aspects we don't know ourselves. So it's best to take time alone to ground and get back to the essence. It takes you back to the essence of who you are. It gives you back your self-control. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for today. God bless you. Love, peace, and blessings to you wherever you are.